welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the motherfucking B Roosevelt show. This your boy Big LA, never ever the little. Tonight in the building, we got Hunted P, OG Milo, O- OG
What up?
OG Taurus, you up shit? We here chilling. You see the name of the game? It's free game, you know what I'm saying? So come get
Yeah,
your
yeah.
pen, your paper, you know what I'm saying? Roll you up some, pull you up some, and come get some of this good game from the guys. You know what I'm saying? Come over here to, you know what I'm saying, to the panel and come get right. You know what I'm saying? How you fellas doing tonight?
Doing good,
Lord.
man. Nice to be back with you, brothers. I missed y'all, god dog.
Yeah, all right. You was in the DR. Knock it off. You missed us a little bit. A pinch. You missed us a pinch. It's cool. It's all right. As long as you enjoyed yourself and had a good time.
Right, right.
Mr. Torres, how your week been, my brother?
Oh man, I can't complain. Can't complain at all.
I
Just
look
happy
at
to
it
be
like
here.
this, man. As long as I'm able to do this thing with y'all every week, he ain't through with me. That's all I tell myself. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I do this every week and I do it for a reason. Hey, he ain't through with me. He know.
Hey,
Right, right.
every
And I
day
get to
above.
do it with, and I get to do it with my brothers and share a game. And as my big brother Roosevelt would say, uh, sharpen knives with my brethren. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing.
Yep.
It's a beautiful thing. Huddy P, how was your week, man? Well, talk to me. Talk to me, big bro. Talk to me.
Oh man, shit! It's been another week down. Friday. You know what I'm saying? We made it through another week. You know what I'm saying? I know Rose can be with us tonight. We just want to tell Rose to keep his guards up. We ride with him, and if it's anybody that want to be podcasters, you come over to this side.
Come get right. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't got no
Come get.
motherfucker dancing all in your shows and shit.
I'm not. Oh God, I wasn't gonna go there. Can we go back to being original with this podcast? Can we go back to being original? Can
Yeah,
we stop
yeah,
doing
Man,
it for the clicks and the views and the likes? Can we do it
yeah.
for what it's really here for?
real shit,
To
man.
help people, you know what I'm saying? Be medication and meditation for some people, you dig? Man, all I'm talking about.
Most definitely. Yeah, I got some good, interesting topics for
That's
tonight.
real talk. I mean, yeah, man. Yeah, we got some crazy stuff. Something I want to start off with real quick, man. It's not a topic, but this is an overview for the California listeners, man, because a lot of people should know their own statistics about their own state. Basic
That part.
shit. Like you should
That
you should
part.
know how big your state is. For example, for California residents, you know what I'm saying? California is 163,694 square miles. You know what I'm saying? The GDP in California is 3.598 billion. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are like, what the hell does that mean? Well, you should know our
It's a
capital is
lot.
Sacramento.
It's a lot of
Our
square
population in
area around this
California is almost
motherfucker.
a
My bad,
lot,
100
a lot. The median
Mm-hmm.
income is 41,890, almost 42,000. We should know our capital is Sacramento. But what some people don't know about California is, and I say that to say this, people will be like, where the fuck is this going? All right, California looks like one of the most raggediest motherfucking places around, tell you the truth. And we make a lot of money here in California. You know what I'm saying? So there's only 5 countries, not states, 5 countries with a bigger economy than California. That's United
Mm.
States is a whole 49 states, not including California, together makes more than California. Then you have China, Japan, Germany, and the UK. And I say that to say this: a lot of people be like, "Man, we happy with what's going on in California, or even y'all states." You know what I'm saying? This money that's coming into these states, what the fuck is being done with it, man? We still look like we living in a third world country in some place in California, man. Like it's still some buildings that's burned down from the riots in '92.
Mm. Well, they say what 10% of the population own 80% of the stocks on the stock market. So there's a lot of money hoarding going on. They don't want to share the money with the common average everyday person. They got their little green zones like they had in Iraq, but here we call them gated communities. You know, I'm pretty sure y'all got them out there too. And they not reinvesting in the infrastructure and the people. That's where the money going. They hoarding it.
That ain't it. It's a little bit of that, but I don't feel it's a complete of that, big bro. I feel like they look at the area of the people, not the area of the space of how many people they could put in the space, but they look at the area of the people that's already in the space. LA and portions of California close to LA look the way it looked because the people in the community and what they have done to the community. It's parts of the LA riots that still ain't got rebuilt because there's still people from the LA riots that's still in those communities. And they know what that did to the economy of California at that time. They know what the crime rate and what the kill rate is doing to the money right now. Why you man, you didn't have white
Well, a lot of them
people,
people ain't
you didn't have
demanding
white
shit. A
people.
lot of them people in the communities are not demanding shit.
Okay,
I think a lot of the money goes to the
I get
other
what you saying. I
people
get
in the
what you
community.
saying. Go ahead, Taurus. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. I
'Cause
think
I want to hear where you was going. I want to hear where you was going with that.
I think the money goes to other communities. It doesn't go to our community. If you go into the upper middle class, high end, rich neighborhoods, everything there is nice. They don't
Yeah.
have potholes in the street, and if they do get potholes in the street, it's fixed immediately. It doesn't take them, weeks,
Why
years to
is that?
come in and fix, because that's where the money
Okay.
is.
So you mean to tell me?
No, because they come together and make their voices heard.
How I'm gonna make my voice heard? How we gonna make the voice heard if the next door neighbor talking shit about me because I worked hard and got a flat screen TV in my house?
Money talk, bullshit walk. They cater to communities.
Why would you argue?
How I may expect how I expect somebody to want to put money in my community when my damn kill rate so high?
A lot of that's done intentionally.
I can yell, scream to the masses, to the fans.
I mean, we got to look at the statistics, though. I hear what you're saying, Big LA. I know exactly what you're saying, but I say this all the time. We ain't living in the 90s no more. This 2024. Actually, if you look at this year's starting rate, the statistics of murders in LA County is down at a dramatic low. The robbery is high, but we also know what's going on too south of us too, where you have a lot of people coming in here. Not saying it's only people who are not supposed to be here breaking into shit. There's a lot of these ignorant motherfuckers here breaking into shit too. No, I didn't blame all it on them, nobody, but I can only speak from the statistics of my area.
Man, don't do that.
Well, hey, first and foremost, I said people coming from south of the border. I didn't base it on one demographic of people. You said Mexicans, not me.
Whatever.
I'm just saying, like, the robbery rate in this county, in this city has been high. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of that shit done on purpose. Like I look at Atlanta from back then and Houston. And in Philadelphia, I just saw a show about Kensington Avenue in Philadelphia. Anyway, they allow crime and stuff to come in and rampage area to depress the property value, make people leave. Then they come in, buy dirt cheap, gentrify, build it up, and they call it Midtown like they're doing in Houston now, where there used to be a black neighborhood. You know what This Is It was. And they transformed the community overnight. They got Whole Foods, communities, all type of amenities that you would like. Urban planners and property developers a lot of time will allow crime to rampage in a certain area. They can shut that shit down, but it's a bigger plan. They used to go run off to the suburbs and they're like, nah, let's take back the inner city how we do that. Bring the property rate down. Once it get down, we'll come in and buy it out, raise a tax rate and housing. What people who was there can't afford it no more. They move to the suburbs and they gentrify the area.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of that. That is Houston now.
Yeah.
Fifth Ward, Third Ward, everywhere. Yellowstone.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, well, they're doing it everywhere. I see him backstage. We got a brother from the Bay Area, Prophet, gonna join us too. Get his idea how it's going down to San Francisco. But real talk, we gotta voice our opinions. You know what I'm saying? Like going, yeah, you know. But to go off what Big LA said earlier, like, how can we get our opinions heard? Just like you say, the next door neighbor, this and that. That's just like at work. How many of us got coworkers that complain to each other every day about shit that the next coworker can't do nothing about? But if he can go to the union or go to his management board, which we have an open door policy, they'll hear him. We need to speak to the people who's in a position to make a change. Because believe it or not, look at the demographics of your local politicians nowadays in your neighborhood. They're predominantly Black or Hispanic, which means they have more of a connection to the people that's in that neighborhood, because some of them grew up in that neighborhood. They don't know what to fix if they don't know what's the problem.
Okay.
You believe that bullshit?
Okay.
You believe that?
This is gonna be a conversation. I see it. I love it. How can you say they don't know what to do in the community and they grew up in that community? That's not an excuse.
Exactly. I agree with you 100%.
I grew up. I lived here. I lived here. I grew up here. I went to school here. I know the community here. I know the people. Now I'm in a position of power. How the hell I don't know what to change in my community? Because of what the paperwork say? I live there.
I'm not going by what the paperwork say. I'm going by the community meetings in LA that I be sitting at. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, we can say that, oh, how this, that, and that. I'm sitting right there in front of the people. That's asking people to let us know what we need to do in the community we in. So I'm saying that to say this, like, it's a whole different, like, Compton had a Black mayor who was under 27 years old not too long ago. She ran the city of Compton. So we got a whole demographic of new leaders coming in that ain't getting no kind of support. What I mean by support is by knowledge, knowing what's going on. But we in the Black neighborhoods won't say shit because we've adapted that. We don't snitch shit or we don't talk to politicians and shit. So hey, you know what I'm saying? We always talk about a change, but how we gonna change something if you don't want to change yourself? Like Cat Williams said, wrong and right don't have no color. People want to overlook a lot of wrong shit that Black people doing because they Black, but down somebody else who's not. You got to be equal about that shit.
I don't overlook it, and I agree with that. But I'm saying, okay, little baby from Compton. I guarantee she's from Compton. Now you're at a power up position. All this of what you and your people been talking about, complaining about, getting mad about, getting upset about. Now you in a position of power. Why are you not now going and voicing this to these people? You don't need nobody to put a battery in your back. You don't need nobody to put no paperwork in your face. You don't need 100 people screaming at you if that's legitimately what you got in that position of power to do. You dig what I'm saying?
True power is not in elective politics. True power is in controlling the wealth and resources. They cater to people with wealth and resources. We can scream and holler all we want, but we can't punish them because we ain't got the wealth and resources to do so. You know, so until we can aggregate our money and work together with money mean a lot. Otherwise, the politician, the mayor can't bring no business to town. The mayor can't give you no job. We live in a capitalist society. It's not necessarily a democracy, it's a republic, and money rules. You know, we got to learn to play the money game somehow. Otherwise, we're going to keep whining and complaining. The people know what the problem is in our community. They created the problems in our community. They exploiting the problems in our community. You understand? It's about this right here. It ain't got nothing to do with your good idea, my good idea, us having no meeting. If we can't move no money as a mass or group, we ain't really saying nothing.
I agree with you on that. That stems back to the 80s. Look at the ballers in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Not condoning negligence and shit, but look at the D boys back in the 80s with the rope chains. You didn't know who was the leader because they all look the same. Nowadays, you got people following gangs and all these crews and shit. You only got one top dude that's eating good, but the rest of the niggas get dropped off after putting in all the work, but got to go home and eat noodles.
This
It's the mind frame of a lot of people. They don't want to share the wealth. They don't believe in.
This goes way back beyond the 80s. That's just people would always get catered to and always have been getting catered to. So that's just the nature of the society we live in and how it's set up.
Mm-hmm. We got to capture every dollar in our community. Every dollar we spend outside our community make our community poor. You know, we can't leak no more money out. We don't own no liquor store, no store, and we not employing ourselves. And what we seeing in the poverty-stricken neighborhoods is people who've been exposed to poverty for a prolonged period of time. People have good morals and know what to do, but when you desperate people do desperate things, and look at the nearest Black community, you'll see that people doing desperate things because we don't have any the industrial base gone. They took them high-paying factory jobs and moved them out the country. They de-industrialized LA, Houston, the East Coast. Where we used to come in, get my dad and them worked at the oil refinery at 19 years old. Automobile, all that shit gone. Steel mills. That created a middle class. That's how most people moved. The Great Black Migration. A lot of black people moved to the West Coast for those industrial jobs. Our grandparents and great grandparents had left the South. Those jobs are gone. There's a new economy. We got to find a way to get in where we fit in with this new economy because we ain't got no wealth or resources. We just gonna keep complaining.
Well, wow, look.
Yeah,
everybody
that's real talk, man. That's real. I mean, but the question is, what we gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Well, that would
like
that would
as a
have
whole
to
in entirety. What the fuck are we gonna do?
That would have to go back to the old school days where we actually put money in our community. First of all, before any of that, we gotta have names on the shit in our community to do that. You got people coming over here on work visas and school visas, and they taking that bread that they get and putting it right in our community, and we go spend with them.
And treat us like shit.
They've been doing it for decades. They know our mamas, daddies, uncles, cousins, all that.
Right.
But then when we hear regentrification, we get mad because they're moving all these people in with some paper. They trying to get the property value up.
They can't move you out unless you sell.
And you can't sell if your name ain't on it.
Hey, we sell our property. We don't hold on to anything. We don't want to pay taxes, and they let it go. You know, they get foreclosed on.
That goes that takes me back to
a lot of people just greedy.
That takes me
a lot of motherfuckers just greedy.
Some people own some farmers. 30 farmers own 48 acres and had it in their family for 100 years. And they sold it and let it go for $77 million.
Short-term gratification versus long-term gratification. You know,
it's mind-blowing. You fight about 40 acres and a mule. You have 48 of them motherfuckers and you sold them for 77 million because somebody flashed some money in your face. Now they're going to turn into a hardware industrial type center situation. Don't complain now. At least that's how I look at it.
Yeah. I mean, hey, like I say, the thing is, it's just not necessarily about what are we going to directly do right now? But we got to think about it as an entirety. First and foremost, how the hell people going to move forward and enjoy a nice future if they still living in the past? You know what I'm saying? Like, some people got to snap back into reality. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have to really put their foot down and, like they say, shit, stand on business, get shit done. Like, you know what I'm saying? For example, it's pertaining to our kids, with the schooling. You know what I'm saying? That's just like a store. I was telling my wife this earlier, just like a store. You go into a store, they don't have what you want. You're not going to spend your money. That should be the same thing with your kids in the school education. If your kids ain't prevailing the way you feel they should be, I mean, hey, it's always other schools, or y'all come together as a whole and vote these people out. A lot of people, you don't know how strong your word is. I mean, your word is powerful. It's power in numbers. You see other people getting together in numbers and getting things done. But instead of us doing that, we going against each other over some bullshit because I want to be the first to do it so they can look up to me and be always say, oh, that nigga had them or that first.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? We got to really sit back and think of this stuff, man. Hey, what up, Prophet, man? I see you in
What's
here,
going
man.
on?
Well, what's the
What's going
word?
on, Prophet? What's good?
What's happening?
What it
Can
is
y'all
in
hear
that
me?
Bay Area, man? Yep.
Oh man, it's a lot, man. I like what y'all talking about. You feel me? A lot of the things y'all was talking about, that's been going on out here for a long time. A lot of struggle, you know what I mean? A lot of politics and things where black people who, you know, originally was a larger demographic out here is struggling to survive. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody follow the blogger Keith Lee. He was just out here and got a view of the landscape and was talking about how it just seemed like the Bay Area ain't ready for tourism. It's a lot of struggling and surviving. You know what I mean? A lot of people in surviving mode, and that's exactly what it is.
Mm.
I mean, that's all over. I mean, you being in California, also being up north, we down south. People think that they think California is really golden. Like, yeah, it's the golden state, but they think it's golden. It's a lot of shit out here, man. That still ain't fixed. A lot of stuff unjust, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of store owners, you know what I'm saying, who can't prevail out here in business because of a lot of things that going on where criminals are able to do what they want to do. But like you said, the Bay Area is it's nothing new from what I believe and what I know from back in the day. If I'm not mistaken, Vallejo was one of the first cities up north to go bankrupt back in the day. So
Yeah,
the Bay Area, the Bay Area has always been devastated by finance problems, but it seemed like the whole state has. But like I said earlier, how can that be when California only makes less money than 5 countries? The state is competing with 5 major countries. We should not have one homeless person here. We should not have one person here losing a house.
right. Yeah, it's a big wealth and income disparity between certain individuals and
Mm.
groups, and a lot of people of color out here. You know what I mean? And nobody really has real intentions on fixing that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just to say, like, the governor Gavin Newsom, he used to be the mayor of San Francisco, and he's trying to get on the hot track to be president, obviously. And like, they send out these text messages about voting and all this other stuff, but they're not really putting in the work to elevate the entire society versus certain groups and everything, and that's just what continues to happen. Just like um with San Francisco in the homeless, like, all they do is they come in, they move people out, out of the way for like big events, like when there was like a tech event or something like that in San Francisco, and they just put up a whole bunch of metal barricades all around the city and just moved the homeless people out the way. So out the area where, you know, where they had people visiting and stuff like that, and you know, short-term solutions, but it's not really a solution. It's just making sure that people don't see the problem. They move it out the way. And once they you know, they made their money and they've had their events, they move forward. And then these people who was moved from where they was living, like they didn't even have proper housing. They just, you know, finding any area where they can just survive and live, you know. So most of these politicians and people in positions to make a difference, they just create short-term solutions. They don't really have any desire to really fix it, because obviously, just like California in the country of America, all this money we sending overseas, and we not dealing with the issues that's here. But that's clearly, it's not a focal point for them. And the people of California and the people of America don't have no the wherewithal to come together and to demand these things from the people who are in power.
Fact. Real talk. Real talk. People talk about
the
our
real economy
infrastructure.
in the left.
You know,
The real economy in the left, like I said before, the real economy was industrial based, factory based, giving us wages that we can live on. A lot of that being stripped from the United States. They send it to Mexico, they send it to China, Vietnam, and they leave us with service jobs. The money here, but who has the money?
Right.
You know, who are they sharing the money with? They send like 200 billion to Ukraine. What could 200 billion have done to the people in LA? 10 billion. What could 200 billion could done to people in the Bay Area, in Houston? You understand? They got the money, but where are their priorities? If America was a homogeneous society, what I mean, like Japan, where everybody the same ethnic group, it wouldn't be none of these homeless problems, none of these unemployment problems, none of that. But they can't see themselves helping us. You know, they want us to go away. So like the Jews, the Israelis want the Palestinians to go away, genocide. You know what I mean? So it's an agenda, I believe. It's obvious because it's happening city after city. Depress the wages in the inner city, allow crime to increase. We don't like crime. Black people are the victims of crime more than damn near anybody. We don't like crime. We're not all criminals. The crime element in our ethnic group is small, maybe 5-10% of people who are hardcore criminals. We the victims of them fools. We want them to go to jail. You know, they act like we all love crime and stuff like that. No, that ain't true. We want crime to get cleaned up. We want better employment. We want a chance to earn a wage where I can take care of my family. That's why we're not getting married. A lot of men ain't making enough money to be the head of the household. You understand? So I think it's structured has been done on purpose. Ain't no conspiracy theories. I think the evidence is evident.
that's a fact.
In a major way, that's a major fact.
It's a big
It's
fact.
Not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop. They have an ultimate plan, and until they get to their ultimate plan, they're gonna do what and how they need to do to get there.
We need to discriminate in a positive way. What I mean, and if you have a black store in your community, and spend your money there intentionally. You know, they got black barbecue spots around here. I don't see no other non-black group going in there. Why? Because they intentionally not spending their money with us. But we the only true Americans. We love everybody. We spend our money with Mexicans, Asians, Vietnamese, white folks, whatever. We think we being loving, caring. Now, this is economic warfare. You know, it may not be bam bam shoot them up, but it's still warfare. It's still a competition. Capitalism is based on competition. We live in a capitalist society. We have to intentionally spend our money with each other, intentionally aggregate our money with each other on purpose. Ain't nobody else gonna save us. Ain't nobody else covered to help us. We got to find some way to help ourselves.
That's real. That's real. Like, I mean, you talking some real shit, man. We got to come together, help ourselves. I mean, a lot of us don't realize, man, and this is proven. You know, you can look this up yourself that black people spend the most money in America. So I mean, you know, if you spending all this money, you gotta, you know, you put your foot down. You got some control or something, man. But see, the mind frame of a lot of people nowadays, man, you'll never get a bunch of people to not ride the bus like they did back in the days. You know what I'm saying? You
They're
can't
looking
get them
for
to
a
get to
leader,
that. They looking for a leader, and then
a
when whatever
messiah. That
real
shit gone.
that's gone. And
All they
then if
gonna
they
do is
do get somebody
kill a leader anyway. All they gonna do is
real,
kill.
real,
Let
hey,
let the idea be the leader. Let the agenda
you
be the
took the
leader.
words
We
out of
all
my mouth.
follow it. You know.
Yeah, real talk, man. You took the words out of my mouth, Milo. Like anytime somebody step up to do something good, you know, other people sit back and watch black people kill each other. I'm gonna be real. In LA with the gang situation, you don't got to worry about other people taking you out in LA because it's like shit. You can't even go to another black community without being threatened, and you don't even have to be a member. You know what I'm saying? You get some cats who oppress you hard, and you would think that they was gang members, and they ain't never banged a day in their life.
Guilty by association.
And that's true. And that's true. I
Or
think
just
I
trying to
think
look cool.
or that too, or trying to look cool. But hey, like I say, man, we just gotta. I mean, real talk, man. Like my grandma always just say, right never wrong nobody. So you know what I'm saying? And you gotta keep doing right, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot.
Well, shit.
It's gonna take a lot. I'll
I
say
mean,
that.
but this is why I say we gotta stop. We've been brainstorming too much. I was telling my wife this also. We've been brainstorming too much. I'm talking about as black people. A lot of people, man. Look, let's be real. And this is fact. You know, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. This is fact. Like, look at what the black race have done in this country that have made the availability for other people to come here and prevail and enjoy the American dream. You know what I'm saying? Look at what a lot of the black people had to go through. So when you speak about this, it's like a lot of people scared to talk about that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of this shit we going through now is like kind of crazy because we put ourselves in a setback. Look at all the shit that was fought for us so we can get ahead, so we can be cops, firemen, paramedics, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I hate when I see a lot of people that say in that this is not just black people, black Hispanic people too. I know in LA say, oh man, we can't get no gigs. Like, man, y'all niggas look around, man. Ain't nobody going, you can't get a scientist gig and you ain't never been to school. You know, you gotta be realistic. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, hey, I can only speak from what I see in LA. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can only speak from what y'all see every day in the streets. Like up in the Bay, like I say, Prophet. You know what I'm saying? Hey, like what's something really being up in the Bay Area? I know with the heavy ties to the political world with Miss Kamala Harris, you know what I'm saying, and then you knew some, you know, stuff like that. What's something up there really that should be that a light should be shined on that people hear up from the Bay Area perspective?
Man, I mean, speaking on Kamala Harris, that whole situation is crazy because you know her whole platform, while as the DA was, you know, locking niggas up, um, and building her platform off of that. But man, well, for now, you know, with I think the biggest thing right now, you see a lot of people talking about like the crime and homelessness, and like you know, the other day, you know, Charles Barkley was like, you know, don't nobody want to come to the Bay Area because they're gonna get robbed by homeless people and blah blah blah, and it's just like people are taking away the humanity of these people, and you got to realize like the 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 amount of money you have to make to be below the poverty line is like 80 to 100,000. If you make 80 to 100,000 living in the Bay Area, you below the poverty line. And you got to think about that. Like that's damn near six figures. And most people are not working for these tech companies. Most people are not working these jobs where they're making that much. So most people is making from 30,000 to 60,000, and they rent is like
Mm-hmm.
2,500 to 4,500. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That's like apartments. That's not even the houses. So everybody out here trying to get jobs, trying to get work, and for the people who can't, whether they just don't have the experience, the knowledge, the or they might be held back because of something on their, like a felony or something like ex-cons and stuff like that. It's all these people that's trying to survive, and they don't really have no other means. So a lot of people resort to crime because it's like that's their last choice. But a lot of people looking outside in is just like, oh, all this crime, they bipping, breaking into cars and all this other stuff. But don't nobody want to talk about a solution to fix the problem in the grand scheme of things versus just saying, oh, these people is just committing crime. People don't commit crimes for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like when people is committing these crimes, they desperate. A lot of these people is desperate. And it's just like from the outside looking in, a lot of people just think about crime, but it's just like nobody's thinking about the aspect of why these people committing crimes. And something that kind of came to me was a lot of these young kids, just like they don't teach cursive writing in school no more. It's a lot of things that these kids need. They don't teach. They don't teach these kids how to write a resume, how to go to an interview, how to dress up. You know what I'm saying? What clothes you wear, firm handshake, all these things that a lot of people from different backgrounds they learn, in their household growing up versus a lot of people of color, a lot of people from a lower socioeconomic status, they don't learn these things. So a lot of these kids is they broke and they don't see no other way. And ain't nobody really presenting information to fix that outside of just condemning people and taking away the humanity of people and saying that they just homeless criminals, et cetera, et cetera.
Mhm.
And
A
then
lot
Well,
of
you know what's so
education need to
crazy
go.
though? A lot. No, go ahead, Milo.
A lot of education need to go back to what we used to do. Plumbers make and electricians make as much as doctors make. You
exactly.
understand? We
Yep.
need to get
Yeah,
back to carpentry, plumbing, electrician, things that services and skills that can't be replaced by technology. That's gonna always be here. HVAC, things like that. And if you do go to college, all degrees are not equal. We run away from math and science, and that's degrees based in STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics. Those are in high demand. Why? There's not a lot of people who going and facing and dealing with those math and science classes who want history, sociology, the humanities because they don't have math and science. Now, if you get a degree, STEM degrees make a lot of money, but you don't have to go to college. If you like I say, be a plumber, electrician, a roofer. These people making real tangible money. Diesel mechanic, but we look down on those jobs. But when those jobs can sustain a family, can
exactly.
sustain a community, can sustain your neighborhood, it eliminate a lot of the poverty that we in. We're not looking at what the money really at. We watching TV and society, being famous, podcasters, rappers, musicians. That's bullshit. We need to get back to the real economy. So they remove factories, look at jobs that still paying a lot of money. High shot, driving trucks to deliver stuff. Them guys that make a whole bunch of money. There's some high shotters. High shotters when you got a truck. Charles know about this. When you got a truck and you deliver things to the oil refineries or other factories, they need it right away. That's big money. We need to look other areas. Where the money at? Study where the money at and go to the money. And push our kids toward that. We let our kids make their mind up. Well, leave them alone. Don't be too hard on them. Fuck that. A child mind ain't fully developed till they 25 anyway. So how they gonna make life altering decisions? How you gonna leave their life in their own hands? We got to steer them in the right direction. You understand what I'm saying? We got to rethink this thing because we'll become extinct. You know, the vulture capitalists in this society, they trying to kill us. They're trying to starve us. They're trying to lock us up, give us diseases. You got to see past what's right in your face. I don't want to sound like no conspiracy theorist, but I see what's actually going on.
Oh, it's no conspiracy. I agree with everything you said. It's not a conspiracy. I look at it this way. Look at every state and your look at what your overall need to make is. These states that got 600 six figures and high five figures, those are gonna be your areas of upper and middle class. These low bottom prices, I call them low bottom prices. 45,000, 50,000, 60,000, low fives, you know what I'm saying? Those will be your poverty stricken places. They already are showing you in your face how they are pushing certain areas of people certain ways.
Yeah.
These people think, oh, I'm moving here because it's better. That's what they program your mind to believe. Really, you're moving there because that's what they want you to do because you only make a certain amount of this. And we've been following you for the last 5 years, and it don't look like that you're ever gonna, catapult to something different. If you do, we'll go from there. But until then, hey, yeah, you know.
You might have to move to where the money is too.
Now all of a sudden you're getting ads. You're getting ads from certain places, and you starting to see certain things. Man, listen, it's a whole. It's not a conspiracy, Barlow. It's not a conspiracy.
It's money out here. We got to look at it different. I got a partner here, a welder, but I'm in Liberty ass Port Arthur, Texas. He don't want to live down here. I got a partner here, a welder in Atlanta, making $16, $17 an hour. Do you know out here these oil refineries, they paying welders start them off like $40 an hour. Overtime is time and a half. So that's $60 an hour you'll be making. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, pipe fitters, all these quote unquote dirty jobs.
Look, they get mad at these white folks and these Hispanics and these other races. You can't get mad at what you see there for you. Now, what I do blame the higher power on is the programming of what they've done through teaching and television and ads and commercials. That's what I blame them for.
Right.
To the ones that got enough in them to say, fuck that, it got to be something else out here. And y'all do that further research. Y'all do that, what I call outside of your normal 10% of your brain mass. I fucking salute you because y'all know it's real jobs out here. It's still some good shit out here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100. When the last time you seen a black man at an oil refinery? Let's talk about it.
I work at one. Yeah, I graduated from Morehouse College.
Shut up, honey.
Oh, let me tell you.
Milo, you don't count. You're outside of the 10%.
That's why I'm trying to give them the game. That's why I'm trying to give them the game. I graduated from Morehouse College. The guys who graduated me, a lot of them work in corporate America. They making good money, but guess what? I make more money than motherfuckers working in motherfucking oil refinery. This is a job they would never even want to do. You feel me?
But they're making good money, though. That's good money. They making good money. Here. I wish I could go do it.
You can. They get ready to hire them in. I'm gonna send you the link. You know what I'm saying? You want to move to tech, but anyway, you don't have to like your job. You got to like what your job do for your life. You feel me? And we push comfortable living, comfortable jobs on our children. That's a pipe dream. That's bullshit. You got to go for resources, period, point blank, and then find a way to use those resources to make other resources. Buy $50,000, $60,000 houses and turn them into rent houses. I know a dude, black man, he retired from the oil refinery 4 or 5 years ago. When he retired, he had 17 rent houses. Just say he making $1,000 a month off each rent house. That's $17,000 a month. His overhead may be $7,000 to maintain them. That's $10,000 a month he bringing in liquid every month. You got to find a way to twerk this shit. You got to look at it different because a lot of traditional ways have been cut off. Affirmative action over. They're not just letting us into these corporate jobs like that. You got to rework this shit.
17 properties. I know he's in the DR.
Here you go. Hey,
He old school. He down with his wife.
Man.
Hey, hold on. Who said you can't take your wife to the DR?
Hey, she might be freaky diggy. You know what I'm saying? She might like to get down with him.
You know they say the new age freakniks is in DR now. That's what I heard. You know what I'm talking about?
It's going down. We ain't gonna talk about that.
I got a question for all you brothers. Now, what do y'all feel about, you know, back in the day, you know, some of the kids, 14, when we were growing up, 13, 14, 15, 16-year-olds had a little part-time at the burger stand, you know, something like that. Why are parents not encouraging their kids to do stuff like that no more? You know, go cut grass on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Go do stuff like that now.
Honey P, you really want to keep it 100 on why the parents in Los Angeles, California, don't tell their kids to go knock on somebody's door and ask if they want their grass cut?
Well, do you look at the news?
They little son might not come back home.
I didn't say.
They just
you know why they don't do that around the rest of the world?
Of the
nation, I say. I say around the nation. Yeah, hey, COVID fucked up a lot of people. It killed a lot of that.
That was just in the last few years, though, man. You can't use COVID for some shit 20 years ago. I mean, like real talk.
Well,
I mean,
hey,
you got some kids on the East Coast making good money shoveling driveways.
I get that. They start at home, bro. Like,
no, I'm just saying, like real talk. We gotta try to push. I said we gotta try to push. I ain't saying kids, but we gotta try to push ourselves a little more at everything. You know what I'm saying? You see it a lot, man. People too lax nowadays. You know what I mean? A lot of people give up after the first try. You know what I'm saying? Shit, hell. I mean, where's the motivation at? Where's all this at? Like I say, first and foremost, you don't see it too much no more because we not demanding nothing from nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta step up, man. Like come on. I mean, speaking of LA, you know, being in LA, like black people, we support most of the businesses that come into our neighborhoods. How many businesses in your direct? Well, I'm talking about LA. How many businesses in your direct neighborhood right now that gets most of the money from black consumers? Have black people working in it that are food places. I'll wait.
I know a couple of apartment doors, you know what I'm saying? You send them a message, they tell you pull up, and you knock on the door, you feel me, and it's a hand-to-hand transaction, you get a real receipt and everything. But as far as what you talking about,
only the businesses that are black owned. If it's a corporation or a chain, yeah, 80% of the time it's
man, fuck all that.
In there.
I'm not Taurus. He talking about mom.
Some of these black owned businesses are worse.
No, I mean
some of these are worse. And I'm talking about LA. Like I'm in LA County, what I know, man. And I'm gonna be real. You hate to say it. I mean, in this day and age, you looking for the best price. You looking for where you gonna save money at. And I'm gonna be real. A lot of the places in LA, some of these black-owned businesses have the best products, some of them are even the cheapest at certain things in there. But the ones who are most convenient are the highest.
That makes sense.
It's a lot of stuff we gotta address because, like I said before, I said this early in the show. One thing I agree with what Cat Williams said is we overlook a lot of shit that black people do when it's wrong, but just because of the simple fact that they black. No, you gotta hold everybody on the same accord. What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. It's simple as that. Like,
yeah.
You know, you wouldn't take being beat. You wouldn't take being beat by somebody who doesn't look like you. So why would you take it from somebody who does look like you?
How many times you got a bad meal from McDonald's and then you still went back? That's a white-owned corporation. You understand? Most of
Facts.
us have good intentions, and a lot of times we looking for the wrong in the black business. The first time they do something bad, we done with them forever. But we get messed over by Walmart, Kmart. It ain't no more Kmart, but you understand what I'm saying? White businesses, and we keep going back. You have to intentionally spend your money, like I was saying before. Why? Because it's benefiting you and your folk. You intentionally spend your money with this black business because they're gonna hire black people and put the money back in the black community.
Straight up.
Yeah, man, you right, man. But you know what, man? Like real quick though, man. I know we've been on here for a while. It's been like 50 minutes. I mean, we started kind of early, but you know, I know I just had to get your opinions on this. You know what I'm saying, real quick. I know that it's a lot of stuff in to go down in America. You got the World Cup coming, you got the Olympics coming, you know, to the America's North America,
What's
Mexico,
good,
Canada.
AK?
You know what I'm saying? You got a whole lot of stuff. Salute. What's up, AK? Um, you got a lot of stuff going now, man. Like specifically, it's a lot of money being allocated to these major cities, and I'm pretty sure Chicago, Houston, LA. Well, we know LA. I'm not sure about Chicago, Houston, and other places about the games, but I'm pretty sure some games are coming there. What's something you want to see, including Frisco? What is something you want to see in a city that's changed that'll be beneficial for everybody, especially the youth?
Man, it's not a lot that I can think of that would come to the Bay and really be beneficial. Um,
What about jobs?
oh yeah, I mean that's another issue. It's like a lot of these businesses, especially these tech companies, got up and went to the south, to run their operation because it's cheaper, lower taxes, and other beneficial things. I think Tesla is like the only business that's still in the Bay Area and headquartered here. Um, and a lot of the things that the politicians was doing, they was going to damn near run them out too, and that would have took away a lot of jobs. So it's a lot of people, from different backgrounds and incomes that work for them. That helps. But yeah, for sure, like jobs and resources that could come out here that would help a lot. But I think the biggest issue is a lot of these um, laws and different things that these politicians pass, um, from the ground level up to Senate and everything, makes it hard for a lot of these businesses to make a profit, and it makes the Bay Area seem unviable for them to come here and do business. So that's one of the big things that's been holding us back from bringing in jobs and things of that nature. Because I mean, even with the tech industry percentage of black people that work in the tech industry for a lot of these companies is still extremely low. So yeah, like, anything as far as resources and jobs, I would love to see that come out here, and that would definitely change the landscape. But that's the biggest problem, is a lot of these laws that's passed make it hard for these businesses to operate and to operate in the black, for them to be here and to provide jobs and resources like they could.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you. Um, I mean, hey, what about y'all, Milo and Tars being down south in y'all area, man? What y'all think something that's needed like ASAP, or something that'll be truly beneficial to everybody, including the youth, that can go on right now?
I think one thing we got to stop supporting the Democrats. They taking us for granted. They ain't giving us nothing. We got to punish them by withholding our vote. That's one thing. Vote our interest. National politics on that level don't benefit us anyway. We need to focus
Absolutely.
on money. how to get money any way we can, any way we find out. We need to have a black version of that. If the fish spot is the hottest spot in town, get a black version of the fish spot. Who fry fish better than black people? If the chicken spot is the hottest spot in town, get a black version of that. Chimichans in Houston selling chicken. They don't fry chicken better than black people. You understand what I'm saying? We gotta find any way to capture the dollar. Whatever making money, produce a black version of it. You understand? That's what I say. And once again, go back to them dirty jobs: electrician, plumber, roofer, carpenter, tangible things that's gonna put money in your hand right away. Diesel mechanic, hot shotting, all of that. Everything on the table.
Yep.
Have to make
People
a conscious
forget about
decision.
sanitation too. They used to talk about the truck drivers.
Yeah. You got to make a conscious decision to spend our money within the black community, because we have some of the infrastructure or the things that we need. Like say, we have the chicken places and the restaurants and black doctors, but we have to choose to go to them instead of going outside of our community. We have to support from within what's already existing.
Right.
I think that goes to pricing, like I said earlier.
I'll pay up to 10, maybe 15% more to go to a black business. Why? Because it's a black business and it's gonna benefit black people. I don't care if he buy a Cadillac, he might be doing better than me.
I agree.
I ain't worried about that. You understand? The black tax is 10, 15% more I'm willing to pay, you know.
Yeah, I think that's.
But shouldn't that be a question though? Like in California, well, I can only speak for where I'm at, but LA County, like if you have the same business offering the same service, it's gonna give you the same quality and everything. This one is cheaper and that one's more expensive. I understand, supporting your black business, but a California 15-cent increase is different from a lot of other people. 15% on somebody here, shit, that's all I got damn money.
Maybe, but if it's coming back to you, it's not.
Is a small business. They need that money to survive. They're not like a big corporation or a conglomerate. They're not backed by shareholders.
No,
millions of dollars. They can afford to take
I understand that
discounts, but a small business can't.
But it's like, okay, for example, like beauty salons in Los Angeles. Most of the beauty salons are owned by Asians, but mostly employed working there are black people. No black owned. You have a few black owned here. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is like
they leeches. They sucking off the lifeblood of the black community. They taking our we retiring Asians. We sending Asian kids to college. We buying them houses outside our community, and they ain't reinvesting none of their money in our community because of the decision we make to spend money with them.
Right.
We harming ourselves by spending money with them. We gotta look at it, the long-term plan. Fuck if they not like you, they smile at you when of course they gonna smile at you because you're giving them your money. To hell with that, we gonna go extinct. We gonna die. You know what I'm saying? It's about survival of our people. Do you want there to be black people in the United States 100 years from now, 50 years from now? If so, we gotta change our behavior. Because we kidding ourselves by the decisions we make on how really to spend our money.
And we spend the most money in America. They don't realize
and we don't
that.
exercise our buying power.
We don't. That's a big fat real shit, Prophet. Hey, we don't exercise that shit at all, man. And I tell you, man, a lot of people saying, just something I evaluated earlier. You hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, I'm woke. Like, all right, you woke. What? Now that you woke, what are you gonna do?
That woke shit is bullshit. They piggybacking off stuff we did in the civil rights movement. They done added a woman can have a dick now. We on some rainbow agenda. We on some illegal immigrant agenda that ain't got nothing to do with black people. We join forces with too many people who really harming us.
Yeah.
Fuck that. We ain't here to save the world. Why we gotta save everybody and we getting fucked over the most? We need to focus internally, cut our ties with a whole bunch of motherfuckers,
I think so.
especially the
Man,
Democratic
hey,
Party, because they
Milo,
trying to replace us.
hey, that's real talk. And you know what's so crazy, Milo, man? I asked one of my partners, man. He's been in America for a while. He's from Mexico. He's married to a black woman and everything. You know, they have black children, all that. But he was like, you know what, man? He said, P, you know what's so crazy, man? Now he's done time before. I asked him to come on this show. He said, man, I don't want to get on there, but just some real shit though. I want to tell you. He said, man, I don't see no colors, man. You see who I'm with. You see the love of my life and shit like that. But he said it makes me crazy. It makes me sick because a lot of the brothers stick to the street code, but they don't know the street code. And I said, what you mean by that? He said, a lot of brothers on the street hook up with us, you know what I'm saying, for business. But in jail, we don't fuck with them. Who do we fuck with? I said, wow, man, you just said a lot in a little.
I
Yeah,
worked as a
exactly.
prison guard. I ain't ashamed to say it. I worked as a prison guard. That was the only job around here when I got it. I was shocked to see a lot of Mexicans clicking up with the Aryan Nation to go to war against black people.
Oh
A lot
yeah,
of
every time,
black people, exactly. Black
every
people
time.
think because somebody is non-black, they our ally. You must be motherfucking crazy. A lot of people got anti-black views, even if they not black. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of them. A lot. Ooh, shit.
I ran into a lot of older Hispanic guys in LA when I worked out here for the city. They had swastika tattoos. Some of them couldn't speak no English and had a swastika tattoo.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Not speaking no English, but had a swastika. Damn,
It's
that
just
means you
dumb.
came from the land of where it invented. Shit, something.
Which is I mean, people need to, like I say, people need to get knowledge, but learn your history, especially some of my Hispanic partners. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you do the history on what, especially y'all connections with black, because Mexico wasn't for that slavery shit. That's why a lot of the black slaves fled to Mexico to escape capture. You know, um,
Mm-hmm.
they let media get into their brain. A lot of division through media. A lot of people can sit next to somebody who experienced something, went through the tragedy that they've been learning about, get the word from that person and still won't believe them, but will believe what somebody told them on the news.
Fuck 'em.
That part.
Go
That
to the
motherfucking
DR.
part right there. Man,
Man, look, man, we've been on here for a little over an hour, man. Like you say, Big LA know how we do it. We usually go around the panel, man. I mean, we got Prophet. He's a newer guest tonight. Hey, Prophet, man. We usually go around the panel and let people get what's on their mind
It's
off.
well,
You know what
well,
I'm saying? Some
it hurt.
you know what I'm saying? Some you want to enlighten people on, you know what
Huh?
I'm saying? Like, Prophet, let them know what's on your mind, something that people could use. It's on you.
Man. Um
They got bigger.
tough. I feel like everybody that's been speaking is already extremely
I
intelligent
can't
and,
do
and
nothing about it,
enlightened on
Taylor.
a lot of things in
I
ways
can
that
see
I
hope it
feel.
go down.
Um but shit, I guess just to say, like, as far as, like, talking about the black dollar and spending money within our community, I think one of the things that we got to really push the initiative on is highlighting, supporting black business, and then expecting those black businesses to circulate that black dollar within the community and within other businesses, so that each of us can thrive, and making this something that's not frowned upon, or you know looked down upon, something that can be a badge of honor uh, within from community to community, city to city, state to state, and around the world. And the more of us that we put time and effort into that, I think we can really see a difference. I think it's going to take a lot of work, and then navigating highlighting that through social media, because a lot of these kids, people under 25 nowadays, they react and live by what's on social media. So using the social media aspect to highlight those things, I think is real important, and can aid us in circulating the black dollar, and putting us where we need to be in this country.
For sure. That's what's up, man. Hey, real quick though, Prophet. You didn't really let us know, man. What you got going on up in the Bay, man? What you got going on right now with the music and stuff?
Um, right now, I got a album I've been working on for the last few years that I'm trying to finish up in time. Um, Getting ready to put a single out within the next few months for that, and then I have a live album that I made back in 2019 in New York City that I just been sitting on, that I plan on putting out soon, and just trying to get back into the swing of things, economically for in the music industry. It's been hard trying to get back, and then I had to pivot business wise and focus in other areas of my life and entrepreneurship to stand strong, because uh a lot of things that I was doing musically came to a complete halt in 2020. um yeah, that trying to get back to performing, touring, things of that nature. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on with me right now.
That's what's up, man. Well, like I say, man, we appreciate you for coming, man. Hey Tars, man, you want to get the people something they could
Salute.
use, man. And matter of fact, Prophet, my brother Tars, right there, is a hell of a singer.
Man,
Oh,
quit
okay,
the
yeah,
bullshit.
yeah.
Quit the bullshit, man.
Oh, hey, Jack. Hey, Jack. Hey, OG, what happened? OG came, what they used to say back in the day, he came unglued. What happened? My man's came unglued right quick. Hey, Jack. Hey, cut that, man. Hey, man.
Look, he want to become a comedian at the end of the night.
Damn, damn.
Hey, go ahead, bro.
Hey,
No,
Go ahead.
Prophet, make
Hey,
sure you
Tars,
follow everybody on the, you
get
know
what's
what
on your
I'm
chest, man. Off your chest.
Oh, okay, yeah,
saying?
good.
no, I
Everybody
don't
on
have nothing
pedal,
going on.
we'll do likewise, dude. Go ahead, give us some news we can use, big bro. Go ahead, drop some game on us right quick, man.
Look, just be careful out there. I don't have nothing wise to say tonight. Oh,
Okay,
singing
okay.
background. Yeah, I'm singing background tonight. Yeah.
All right, OG.
Go ahead,
All
Milo, man.
right.
Hey, let's see. Hey, Milo, man, hit him with that real shit, man. Hey, man, we need that G shit, man. Some of that silver satin shit tonight, man.
Oh
My
shit.
man said silver satin. No, he didn't. What?
Hey,
Oh
black
man.
people, ain't nobody coming to save you. You have to save yourself. Find another black person, a good character to work with. Y'all do the damn thing. And to the youngsters, the young men in particular, get a craft, a dirty job, electrician, plumber, something like that. You make a whole bunch of money if you don't want to go to school. And if you do go to college, don't major in nothing that don't have math and science in it. You know what I mean? And find a good woman to love. Y'all make a strong black family. That's revolutionary right there.
Straight up.
Come on, Headed P. Come on, Headed P.
That what's up, Milo? Nah, shit, man. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm just here chilling tonight, man. I ain't got too much to
Nah,
say,
you ain't
man.
finna
Just
take
shout
the
out to
Taurus
everybody.
route. Taurus just did that. Hell no. Nope. Ain't gonna be able to do it. Ain't gonna be able to do it.
Sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for
Oh man.
real.
Oh, hey, you know what? Milo, you just gave me, man, something else. Man, I'm glad you, man, damn, it must be meant for me to say this. First of all, shout out to everybody watching, all y'all for joining in. My boy Prophet, all y'all from Texas, big LA, people watching from Arkansas, all over, AK, everybody in Arizona. Yeah, shout out to y'all. I just want to say this, that a lot of people think that somebody can't change your life, which is BS. For example, just off what you said earlier, Milo, Mrs. Erica Badu. I was speaking about the people that she was affiliated with earlier in relationships. A lot of people say, I don't mess with Erica Badu because men change after her. Both of those men have had successful careers, have went on to be prominent individuals. I've never really heard nothing bad about these guys. So I just want to give kudos to Miss Badu. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her. And saying that
Miss
some people who do
Badu.
come in your life can't change your life for the better. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't want to accept somebody who comes in their life like, oh, I don't need nobody to change me or that, this and that. Real talk, man. Some people might be in your corner right now that might help you get to that next level if you open your eye and stop being stubborn. You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, it's the woman you laying right next to. A lot of the guys out there laying next to a broad and they out there looking for somebody else like, oh man, the answer's right there next to you. Not all the time, some of the time. So a lot of you guys who seem not to be getting the right answer to your question, you got to look closer sometime. Maybe the answer is right there next to you, because a lot of people then got out of good situations and ended up in a bad one and wish they was back in a good one. That's all I got, man.
Damn. Oh, y'all came through here with all that good jibber jabber. You know what I'm saying? It's about, man, stay true to you. Get to what you gotta get to for you and yours. This motherfucker spinning around. You just want to make sure you on the right thing that's spinning when it go around. Get you a dirty job, shit. Ain't nothing wrong with it. There's money in there. Hot running, all that. Put yourself in a better position and truly try to reach back and bring somebody else into a better position so they could do the same. You can't run around and scream, reach one, teach one if you ain't doing it. And with that, thank you everybody for tuning in and for the ones that's gonna tune in. Roosevelt Show. You know what I'm saying? Hunted P, Milo, my nigga Taurus, Prophet, hey, your boy Big LA, never ever the little. Shout out to Big Bro Roosevelt.
Stay away from the cum runny eggs at Denny's.
We trill now, motherfucking real. We trill around this motherfucker.
And in the meantime, and in between time, we'll fuck with you.
Go to the DR.
Peace.